Okay, and the next part of our irregular verbs, we're going to look at has and have. So remember, we talked about that not all verbs show action. So these are verbs from the to have, and they don't show action. There are different verbs of forms of that verb to have. So when you say have, it's going to be used with I or you. I have 6 cats. You have a bird. But have can also be used when there's more than one thing or person. We have a French lesson this afternoon. They have a green car. Maureen and Ramon have brown hair. The tree and the plant have leaves. Has is used when there's only one person or thing. That's not I or you. She has 2 braids. The moon has a rough surface. Lex has a book about fossils. You wouldn't say she have 2 birds. That just sounds weird, doesn't it? The moon have a rough surface. And up here, you wouldn't say we has a French lesson. You has a bird. So if you can say them out loud, you can hear that they don't sound quite right, and maybe you need to use the other verb. Okay, so that might help some. So have is used when you talk about more than one person or thing, or you're talking about I or you. Has is only used when you're talking about one person or thing that's not I or you. Okay, so let's look at this. Read each sentence below, then read the pair of verbs in the parentheses. Remember, these are parentheses. Choose the correct verb form and write it on the line. Maple trees and oak trees blank similar leaves. So maple trees and oak trees, let's look at that. So maple trees and oak trees, this and says they're plural, so it's more than one. Maple trees and oak trees has similar leaves. Maple tree and oak trees have similar leaves. Which one just sounds more correct? And if you can't remember, you can go up here and look. Has is used when there's only one. Well, we're talking about maple and oak trees, so that's more than one. So we have to use this one where it says when there is more than one. So we need to use on the line, you need to write have. I don't want you to circle it. I want you to write it on the line and make it fit on the line. Try to make it write small if it'll fit on the line. Okay, let's look at the next one. A ginkgo tree, blank, leaves that look like fans. We, blank, a large fir tree in the backyard. And if you want, you can pause these and write these in between them. 4. The Maddens, blank, many trees that bloom in the spring. That's a person's name. Leela, blank, an enormous old maple tree in the front yard. Okay, this is the second page. Proof it. So just like the 3.3, you need to proof it. There's a mistake with the verb in each sentence below. Cross out the incorrect verb and write the correct verb above it. Holly trees has shiny red berries. Now, what words are we focusing on in this lesson? Have and has. So there's your has. What should it be? Cross it out and write the correct one. You has a beautiful weeping willow tree. An apple tree have plenty of fruit in autumn. A mulberry tree have berries that birds love to eat. Jaya and Chad has a swing in the old oak tree. I has a piece of bark from the white birch tree. Sparrows and chickadees has a nest in the elm tree. And then these, you're going to write these out. Write a sentence about something you have. This is going to be your own sentence from your own brain using have or has. Write a sentence about something one of your friends or siblings or relatives has. So you're going to write a sentence from your own brain, and you're either going to use have or has.